Thanks to all our active patrons who have contributed a lifetime of $100 or more to reach Garuk Dong level status.
Here is the list of those special patrons in order of contributions.
If you would like to support our show, check out the CommanderSmiths at patreon.com. Welcome to 4 years of the CommanderSmiths.
Oh shit, that's this week? We are the CommanderSmiths.
I'm Adam Smith.
And I'm Lowry Smith.
Don't worry.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
I wasn't going to give you ahead of time. I was just like, I'm going to surprise him, remind him that it's
I didn't give you
4
anything.
years.
I'm sorry. Are you upset with me, baby?
I got to see you today on our 4-year anniversary.
That is true. That is true.
I haven't seen you for a bit, so I think since the last time we played, right?
Yeah. December 4th.
We got to sign autographs on cards. This sounds really conceited there. The cards that we signed is the Keldon Warlord. So this card right here. So it's not really that cool, but signed some stuff. I got a new lights that you gave me, and you got your secret lair. Which, did you open that bad boy?
I did.
Nice. Did you get anything that wasn't of the norm? You know, like anything special?
No.
Or is it the normal that comes with it all?
I think I think the normal. So
speaking of that, that was kind of cool post that you retweeted and put on the Discord today about the video. I had seen it, but I thought it was just somebody had a mess up order. But yeah, why don't you explain what the secret layer?
I don't know. You know that shit better than I do. With
I guess yeah.
With the
Stranger Things is the upside down, so the card's upside down. So when you flip it over, it's actually upside down from the other side.
So whatever the bad thing is, that's the horror. You flip it over, the back of the card is upside down. So
wait, is it a horror? Are you going to use that horror in your horror deck?
Okay, if I had that when I was building,
is it not slutty enough for you? Is that what it is? It's not slutty enough.
Be quiet. I would have, because then I'd say I turn it into a stealing deck, and I think that is very that can be perfectly viable with an Umbrus deck, because most like stealing exiles their cards, so that would also pump up Umbrus. There's a ton in blue and black that could do that, and I think it's kind of cool. But I did not, because I do not.
You don't have that horror in there. Dang.
Do not.
It's a mighty horror there. So yeah, 4 years of the CommanderSmiths. It's freaking crazy. 4 years. So it's episode 208. What are we doing on the special occasion of 4 years of our podcast life?
I'd say incredibly special. We're going to talk about Legends.
So it's everybody's 4 year, right? Everybody's doing like review of this.
Yes, just like everybody else. But we always do our special version of Commander 99 or garbage.
I should get to that. Where is it?
X-Men.
Timing's everything. But
yes. And this is why we haven't taken off.
I got kid can't even read. Screw it. I had it all queued up for our patrons, so we didn't miss that.
Yeah, that's true. That's all that matters. We got a new patron.
Should we just do that now instead of
let's do it? Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna get a little special introduction because we forgot you last night. But Cole Miller.
Thank you.
Welcome to a meat forest.
That sounds like a fairy tale of a meat forest.
And we're not gonna do the tags yet. So that's just a little teaser right there because
appreciate you.
Yeah, we just forgot to mention that, so we're just a little special thing for you. Oh, good for you. That's what we should change it to afterwards. I should have both buttons there.
Oh, good for you.
You'll be my tag team right there.
Timing's everything. You just said it.
So yeah, we got that. We got Staple Versus. We go over the closest Staple Versus results that we've ever had, and we've had some close ones recently. This one, let me just tell you, number two votes. 2 vote difference.
Like total? Wowzers.
2 vote difference. Yeah.
Over every platform together. Wow.
All of them together, it was 2 votes. Yeah. So,
pretty close.
So we're going to go over that. That was Back to Basics and Blood Moon. And then we have, what is the 2 that we're working on today?
We're going to do Adam's going to do Keeper of the Accord, and I am Solemn Simulacrum.
Easy.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be easy win for me.
Yeah. I mean, you do have a little advantage with that card being in 162,000 EDH rec decks, but
yeah,
we'll see. Mine's only been out for a year, and it's in 28,000, so we'll see.
Overrated.
Overrated. No, we're not getting into it now. Let me get a little more booze into me. What are you drinking, by the way, for our 4-year anniversary?
I'm on my last beer.
Uh-oh.
But I had this last week. Breakfast Stout, Founders. Motherfucker.
Are you you're gonna finish it before you even get done with the cast?
Maybe.
We're going over Legends, and there's a lot of Legends, buddy.
There are a lot of Legends.
I'm drinking a Surly, what is it? Grindhouse? Grindcore espresso.
Wow.
Espresso
is aggressive.
Milk stout. Not whore. It was a core.
Yeah, Grindcore. That sounds very aggressive.
This is my second of it because we precast just talking. I drank one of them, and I don't know I'm not feeling it yet, but I would know one. Oh, that's 5.3. I have 4 Surlies that was with me, and one of them was like at a 7% alcohol. So this isn't good. One of them, so I'll be good.
That's good.
Besides meeting you this week, anything else happen? Oh, I do have one thing. So I was playing volleyball last week.
Mm-hmm.
I almost threw this on the Discord because we were all talking about how old we were because number 2 fell when he was walking to the bus stop.
Rolled his ankle.
His ankle.
Yep.
I mean, that's Minnesota. It's ice and everything like that. But
he didn't mention any of that.
Yeah, I guess
he just said that he rolled his ankle.
So I was playing volleyball, and we were in our 3rd game. We play 5 games in a match, and all of a sudden, my whole arm just like it wasn't like anything it did. Like there was no pop, there was nothing. Like
okay,
all of a sudden it just felt hard, and it felt like my skin.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, good for you.
I wish I could get my arm that hard.
It felt like my arm couldn't stretch. The skin couldn't stretch anymore. Like it felt like it was going to explode.
Yeah, that sounds very.
But it was
swollen.
So then my whole arm swelled up, and it just hurt like really bad. I kept playing, but then I play with my arm above my head.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
tough guy sniff.
Yeah.
But can you see that?
Kind of like a bruise on the bottom, like elbow forearm.
This is all bruised. This is all bruised.
Yeah.
This is all bruised.
Kinda.
All of a sudden, this whole bruise is developing throughout my entire forearm.
Okay.
I have no idea what happened. I still don't know what. Like, it doesn't hurt as bad now. I couldn't open my hand, but if I stretch it, then I can feel it throughout the whole thing. So I'm thinking it's a torn muscle, but it's just weird because it's not in one spot. It's not like, okay, you tore your tendons or you tore like where your wrist is and whatever.
Sure.
It's the entire arm is just turning black and blue. It's not dark yet, but you can see it. Whatever
it
kind of
looks
right
like
there,
it's in patches,
shadow.
But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there. That one you can see really good. See that?
Mm-hmm.
That one I can't see, and I didn't notice it until I was showing somebody else, and they're like, "What about that big purple mark on your arm?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
So I might not have an arm next week, is what I'm getting at.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't be good.
It sucks because Google's awesome for searching, right?
You got cancer now, right?
Right. Exactly. I was gonna say, any search, it's like, oh, it's cancer. But this is one where I didn't know how to search it. Cindy was even trying to do it. I was like, my arm swelled up and I'm bruising in multiple places of my arm. What is it? And everything's like cancer. No, it doesn't say cancer, but
it's not a tumor.
I think it's a muscle tear.
Probably.
Ibukaki was kind of helping me out with that a little bit.
You should say that slower. Or enunciate a little bit better.
Speaking of, do you have a special card from
Mr.
Ibukaki there?
It's right here.
Let me get mine too.
So this is when I got Gateway Plaza, and it says "Eat a dick." So that's I appreciate you.
Mine is on the post by Booby poster, so mine
Fuck off? Yeah.
Fuck off.
Totally makes sense.
Ibukaki. So you people that have lost in Stump the Smith Savant can also send in your stuff. I was actually.
You don't have to insult us or anything.
You can.
I mean, you
can send in. He sent it in on a Gateway Plaza is worth. It's not worth anything.
No.
So that's easy, but you can definitely send it in. So, damn, I wanted to have this queued up, and I did not prepare. I forgot about this part because I was going to call out everybody that lost to you. I mean, it's not too late. Here it goes. Come on, load up. All right. So Stephen Dale, you can send one. Ryan W, you can send one. Zero Cool, you can send one. Ted, you can send one. Sir Chancelot 007, you can send one. Gwen, you can send one. Matt the Monorock, you can send one. We've sent you some because you beat us. Let's see. Right. Jay Serrator, you can send one. Bill from Woodbury,
wow.
No, he stumped.
He might have won.
Yeah, he beat you there. And actually, I take back the Ted one. Ted beat you. Sorry, I forgot to look at that one.
You were just naming off names now, aren't you? I mean, the list was feeling nice, and now you're like, I got to take that one back.
Guy, you can send one. Let's see, what's my next one? Paradigm Shift, which actually he is trying to stump you again this week. So you can send one. Jacuzzi, you can send one. Matt the Monorock, you can send two of them because it's another one.
He's gotten picked a lot because he just won the Umbras too.
Renshaw is going to do it. Ibukaki sent his. And then Little Orphan Animar, you can send one. There's all our stumpers that can send cards.
That's not too bad of a list. I feel accomplished there.
Yeah. That's funny. I was throwing my... I was meaning to close the this. Instead, I threw my notes away for the episode thinking I was getting rid of what I just had pulled up. All right. So... anyways, that was kind of like the Oprah Winfrey. You get a card. You get a card. You can send one. But yeah.
I totally saw that. You're right.
If you guys want to, you don't have to, but you can sign 2 cards.
Don't give them options.
And send it to us if you remember what the card was that you got stumped on, or if you need help, I have that all written down. So, anything happened with you this week, Lair? What was going on with you? Anything fun, exciting?
I don't remember.
Spoilers. What'd you do last weekend?
I don't know. I went and worked, and then we didn't do anything on Sunday. My wife worked on the computer and almost broke it.
Oh, I saw Jackass.
You saw Jackass.
It's
number one movie in America.
It's a lot of dicks. In the old age, and I mentioned this on Proxy Time last night.
Oh.
In their old age, it's like they are like, well, we're not going to do as dangerous as stuff. Instead, we're going to fuck with our cocks. Like, that's all they did was just like everything had to deal. Like, I saw probably 4 different dicks throughout the whole thing. I mean, it starts off with no spoilers here, but it starts off with a Godzilla dick. Like, it's one of their.
I mean, I wasn't going to see the movie, but now I am.
Well, I got home and I told her, she was like, how was it? I'm like, I mean, I laughed, but there was a whole lot of male genitalia. She's like, oh, sounds like a movie I would have enjoyed more than you.
There was I saw a little article on Johnny Knoxville where there was a part with a bull.
He gets a concussion.
Breaks his ribs, wrist, arm, and he had cognitive decline. Like, he was like losing memories, and like he was super depressed, and like that one right there. He's like, I'm done. He's done doing stunts now.
Yeah, that was a pretty brutal one. The funny thing is I heard about that, but I didn't know who it had happened to. So I'm watching the movie thinking like, oh, is this it? Is this the person that gets the brain damage? I didn't realize it was Knoxville, because Knoxville doesn't do a lot of the stunts in there.
He was never one of the bigger ones. He's just the guy that talked. And
well, even like the main guys from the old ones, they're in there, like Steve-O and stuff, but they have this younger generation that grew up watching them that are now they're bitches basically doing all the stunts. So the dick stuff was all the original Jackass people, but all the other stuff was like the newer people, which is interesting. So I don't know, if you want to see a lot of dicks and balls
and you don't want your Google search to get all fucked up, go to that movie.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. I think that's it. I don't have anything else. It's all that. I got to play some Magic. Played my not Magda. I played Daryl. Fucking love Daryl. And then Bruvac. So I got to play a little Magic. Oh, let's get to that now or later or
I don't know what we're talking about.
When are we going to play on the Discord? Or let's talk about that when we get to the Discord. Discord stuff? Should we do
I thought you could just start talking and I'll look it up.
All right. So you guys can become a patron and supporting our podcast like Mr. Cole Miller. Welcome to the Meat Forest. Do it again.
Welcome to the Meat Forest.
Oh, that was just... Oh, I forgot I had a shorter one.
Welcome to the Meat Forest.
Nice. So you can also become a patron just like Cole Miller there by donating $1 or more to Patreon. That gets you in the Discord, gets you chatting with us and all that. And also starting to play games. When did we decide we were going to start playing games?
So we will play a full-ish day on Sunday the 27th of February.
So this month.
Yes.
Woo! That's
right at the end.
It's been a while. So each month we're going to try to get in a game, at least for the rest
of games.
A day of games. Yeah, not a game. Try to get in some games one day a week or a month. We'll probably do like a voting thing or something like that with the Discord at some point with it all, just to see when people want to play. But we'll get some games in. So that just $1 gets you in to play games with us. $5 or more.
Don't give them a choice.
Gets you proxies you can get each month. You have the different levels, the common tier, uncommon tier, rare and mythic. Each level gets you more proxies you can pick from, or you can even get foil proxies, which once you get to the higher levels. So the free way to support the show is to jump on YouTube and subscribe. That's the first thing you do. Second thing to do is watch our videos, like them, give them a big thumbs up, shoot us some comments on there. There's a lot of you guys that we got some constant commenters on there. Just that's our way we interact.
Commentate.
Commentate? What?
I don't know. Yeah, no, we appreciate every click and every like, and
yeah, watch the videos.
That's helpful.
But if anything, just subscribe. That we like that. We see the numbers go up and it's great. We're getting close to 1,000. You can also watch this podcast on there, see our faces, see everything we talk about, all the cards, especially a cast like today. We're going to be talking about legendary creatures from the new Kamigawa set. So you'll be able to actually see what we're talking about as we're talking about them. Another thing we do though, bi-weekly curated MTG, and this week, Monday, what was our curated MTG, Lowry? Now I'm trying to remember.
Like today, it's Satanic Flute.
Yeah, it was the one looking for X spell stuff. That
5 colorless artifacts, and then you can pay X, tap it, and then search for a creature of CMC X, and then put that into your hand. And it's kind of cool with like Hangerback Walker. It goes and gets that for free because X spells are 0 everywhere but the stack. And then there's some other cool applications, but just if
you did some Hydras, getting some Hydras for like 2 and like just I mean, in general, that's a good card. Like even if you aren't doing an X type of spell, like it's not sacrificing the artifact. You can
you can do it over and over. Like if you're
next turn, do it again. We don't play tutors very often, but that seems
that's something that I would use. Like I wouldn't feel bad about putting that in a deck. It's 5 mana to come out and then more to use, and so like. It's the cheap, efficient ones where I try and avoid them. But I think I thought it was a really kind of cool card. I don't know where I'm going to use it per se, but I'm glad that I have it in the arsenal now.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen that card. So that's a pretty sweet card. Pretty sweet. Another not bi-weekly. This one is weekly. Let's get rid of the buy on that one, and we'll go back to the weekly on this one. Is Proxy Time, which is on Sundays. Will not be this Sunday, by the way, because it is Super Bowl Sunday. I did a couple proxies this week. Worked on Moraphon, regular art, Mystique art, which I combined. I didn't work on that during it. That was actually Lowry's request for Moraphon. And then I was like, oh, it'd be really cool because you wanted to use the judge promo art.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't find a good quality one. And I was like, well, I want to use an alt art, not just the Moraphon one that we have. And I was like, Mystique would be a good one for that because she can turn into whatever.
Yeah.
So I found a cool one, but then the background of her was really bland. So then I found a cool Magneto background because, Magneto and her, they have something going on. So
something. I don't know.
So I combined the two backgrounds and made a single card. So it was kind of a cool thing. I didn't get to show the technique, but I talked about it on Proxy Time. And then I also finished up with Sword of Light and Shadow.
Wrong.
The one that gains you 3 life and brings a creature back?
No. No, Feast and Famine. Feast and Famine was...
Feast and Famine is the best one.
Yeah, Feast and Famine. So I did the OG art, but not really the oldest art, the ones that I keep saying each week. The ones that are really colorful with the hand and the sword, but it has vibrant colors on it. Whatever. Okay. I did that. But okay, so every Sunday, 7:30 p.m. except for this Sunday, I try to jump on there. If there are different times, I'll let you guys know. But Sunday's live, Proxy Time, 7:30 Central. Another weekly live thing that we do is searching for the spotlight. This week, I'm actually building one, so that's actually taking the spot of Proxy Time.
Exciting.
And I'm working on the new commander. How do you say his name? Kaima?
One. Kid can't even read.
Two.
The Fractured Calm. And I always see that and I want to say the Fractured Clam, but it's the Fractured Calm.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. So that is what I'm working on. It's the commander that they just spoiled today as of Monday, where he goads every creature that your opponents control that have auras that you control, and then he gets a 1/1 counter at the end of your end step. So I'm doing that this Thursday. I'm not sure on timing yet. Probably. What time are you doing it at? Typically,
I do it at 9.
9. So mine will probably be around 8:30, 9, something like that. But you are also doing one
Tuesday, but the day before this comes out.
Yeah, it's like you guys won't even know. But this will have it linked, so you can, if you're wanting to watch the video that Lowry did on Tuesday. Which is what? What are you doing for Tuesday?
I'm going to do Switcheroo. I just want to work on some more decks.
How many did you get done last week? Because you did that last week.
3. I did 3, and I'm gonna shorten it down to 2 because it's roughly about a half hour per deck. And you don't have to go much beyond an hour, I don't think.
So I never got to actually talk to you about it. So we're kind of on air production right here.
Yeah.
How did that all go? Like, how everything go pretty smooth? You had an idea of what you wanted to do before, or
nope?
I
just knew, I just was recording cards, like the cards that I want to talk about. I talked about the deck, kind of went through the deck, like what's going on with it, what cards I have, and talk about potential cuts as I'm going through it, and then talk about the cards that I want to try and add. And then after thinking about it, talking about it, I'll cut some of the ones that I want to add and try and fit those in. And then I just kind of go through a couple times, and like I said, it's about a half hour to go through a deck like that.
That's not bad. Sweet.
And so, yeah, it's pretty easy stuff. You kind of get to see the deck, and why I built it, or, the thinking behind it. So I think, and then the reason behind cuts and stuff like that.
So yeah, you'll be able to see Lowry's that he did on Tuesday. That will be linked above before when we talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
Before the last time earlier, about 35 seconds, minute and a half, whatever, 2 minutes ago. This is working out good for 4 years of doing this.
Yes. Guys. Yep. And can you believe that we were worse than this before? We were talking about it, and it was like we weren't even listenable until about a year and a half into this.
I don't think we're listenable now. Well, everything's winging. I don't even have a sheet that I read off of. I just kind of go off of memory of, okay, we're talking about YouTube.
Mine says Legends spoiling.
That's
just reminding me what we're doing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So that is YouTube. There's a lot of other things you guys can vote on the community tab for when we do our staple versus stuff. We will have the spotlight. So we're searching for the spotlight is the building of the decks, showing you how we go through and build it. Oh, that's the one unique thing. So Lowry builds with the cards. So you get to physically see the cards that he's going through, how he goes. And that's how you typically build yours, right?
That's how I do it. Yes.
I had forgotten that it's been a year since I made a fucking deck because we started video, and then that's kind of taken up all my free time. So this is my first deck in almost a year at this point. And the last time, and I forgot that I mentioned this before, I compiled my list of cards, and then I put it on, at that time we were using Tapped Out, and then I made my cuts from there. And it made it so much easier to get it on there and see it and just be able to, filter it out and whatever. Well, you reminded me, you're like, well, why don't you do your spotlight, searching for the spotlight online? I'm like, fuck, you were brilliant, because that's how I do it. I never do. How I build decks is a little different. Is I build it to the best that I want it. I'm not going to go out and spend hundreds of dollars on one card.
Maybes.
Yeah. And so I build it, and then I go, okay, now which cards don't I have? And then I go and order those cards. So this is going to work out perfect. I'm going to use Moxfield. I already have it all loaded. I have 150 cards until they just spoiled the fucking commander set. So there's more.
There's some new cards that you're going to fit in there?
Stuff in there. So I'll have probably 160 cards. I'll probably need to cut about 100 cards. And I probably won't do it all in one sitting, but I'm going to go through everything, and it'll be so you can actually see the whole thing. So it's two different styles of building, and I think that's perfect because I don't think that those are the only two ways to do it. No. But it's hitting two different kinds of audiences of how you guys build decks. So, okay. So then back to everything else. We will be doing spotlight decks of each one of these that we finish at some point.
Spotlight deck.
Yes. I don't have the button. Do we even have the button?
No, that's all right. That's an old button.
It is an old button. That's what she said.
That's what are you doing? Say what? Fair.
All right. So yeah, you can also check us out on Twitter. That's where you can do some of the voting for the staple verses. That is also where you can direct message us. That's where you can see anything that we talk about, like vote or for videos and all that stuff.
Twitter is like the easiest thing to just follow what we're doing.
Yeah. You can also go on TikTok and check out our shorts there, but that's doing well. Woof. Buzz's girlfriend.
Buzz, your girlfriend.
And then you can send us a direct message also on Gmail, which is CommanderSmiths@gmail.com or Gmail whatever. Fuck. Maybe there is more alcohol in this than I thought. Thank you. And that is also where you can send the suggestions for this. It's time for everyone's favorite game show, Stump the Smith Savant. I like your Ninja Turtle glass there, buddy.
Yeah, it's fucking sweet.
I got my Pabst Blue Ribbon glass.
I like that one too.
Yeah, you drink out of this one when you've been over. All right, so if you guys don't know how this game works, I'm going to read the flavor text of a card, and Larry's going to try to guess the card by asking yes or no questions. Every yes, you'll hear this.
Hello, boobies.
Every no, you'll hear this.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
He will get up to 5 wrong guesses before he is considered stumped. I will give up to 3 clues for Lowry. If he can guess everything about the card but can't get the name of the card, he will get a bonus clue of the initials of that card. Right now, this is week number 4 for our retro foil Sword of Hearth and Home, which is right here.
Woo!
Retro foil, not etched. And after this week, if he does not get stumped, we will add an additional card next week. So the ante gets bigger. This week's stumper is, like I mentioned before, Paradigm Shift, also known aka Noah.
Sweet.
And let me get it up. Okay, and here we go. When asked how many paths reach enlightenment, the monk kicked a heap of sand. Count, he smiled, and then find more grains. When asked how many paths reach enlightenment, the monk kicked a heap of sand. Count, he smiled, and then find more grains. This is probably one of the longer
That's
flavor text.
This is gonna be a tough one. Okay, so initially I want to say that I think it's a green or a blue card, green and or blue card. Monks were green. Maybe, blue is kind of like their enlightened color. I guess it could be white, but definitely not black or red. It sounds like a creature. And so is it a green card of any type?
Wrong.
Okay. I'll take a clue, please.
The art features what looks to be a red and white temple. It looks to be a temple is what I meant to do, and then I added in red and white temple on top of a hill. Sorry, let me read that again. The art features a red and white temple on top of a hill. But it's kind of like those Chinese hills, where it's the levels. I didn't know how to write that out, but you get what I'm talking about? Where you see those beautiful landscapes, and it's the farming hills where it's stacked. I don't know what they're called. I should have maybe looked it up. That would have made more sense. I prepped with my clues, because my next clues I had to look up different things, and I didn't do that here. The art features what looks like a temple, a red and white temple on top of a hill.
So that picture puts Blood Sun into my head. Which is an enchantment, which might make sense for the path to enlightenment.
When asked how many paths reach enlightenment, the monk kicked a heap of sand. Count, he smiled, and then find more grains.
And so let's try and do another guess of, is this an enchantment?
Wrong.
Two.
Jesus. I'll take another clue.
Tapping is its downfall, but cards like Kaikar and Zedru will always use this card. Or find this card very useful.
So Zedru is red, white, blue. And Kaikar is red, white, blue. And Zedru is a donate deck. Kaikar is kind of a token spirits, non-creature deck. I am super fucking lost. Okay, so
tapping is its downfall, but cards like Kaikar and Zedru will find this card useful.
It has a tap, so going back with, it could potentially be a creature or an artifact. And artifact seems more likely with those decks, because artifact would trigger Kaikar, artifact can be given and maybe not be as worrisome or effective. Shit. And they're both Jeskai, so that doesn't help either. Tapping is its downfall, so that means you potentially can't do it multiple times. Or if it's a creature, that means it doesn't have haste. So initially, it could be still white, blue, but it kind of makes me feel more red. Let's go with a third clue.
All right. This card is in 28,000 EDH rec decks and is in mainly commander decks, but was printed for the first time in Khans of Tarkir. So it's in 28,000 EDH rec decks. You mainly see this in commander decks. but the very first printing was in Khans of Tarkir, which is from 2014. So let me read the flavor text again. I'll go through the clues one more time again. Not one more time, but just go through the clues again. But when asked how many paths reach enlightenment, the monk kicked a heap of sand. Count, he smiled, and then find more grains. First clue is the art features what looks to be a temple, a red and white temple, on top of like a Chinese landscape. I don't know, that tier level of mountains, hills, or whatever. The second clue is tapping is its downfall, this card's downfall. But cards like Kaikar and Zedru will find this card useful. And then this last one is 28,000 EDH rec decks, mainly in Commander decks since then, or mainly in Commander decks, but was first printed in Khans of Tarkir. Shit and takes a drink. I will do the same.
Okay, so last time I thought like this, where it's not lining up with what I thought it was. Tapping, you know, let's exit this out. This is it's let's say it's not an artifact, right? And Jeskai, so red, white, blue. Jeskai was a big thing in Khans of Tarkir, and so Zedru, Kaikar were not, but you know, it can be either a creature, but I'm going to bet it's a land. So is this a land?
Hello, boobies.
Good job.
Motherfucker.
I was like, oh man, he's not even on the scent at this point.
No, I have an idea of it, but I don't know the name. I'm going to admit it.
Do everything else, and you get the initials.
So it comes into play tapped.
Correct.
And it can produce a white, a red, or a blue mana.
The initials are M.
M
is in mouse.
That is not what I was hoping for. Shit. So I was hoping it was like nomadic outpost. That's what I was thinking it was. So I'm glad I didn't take a stab at that. M. Oh. M. This is okay.
Can you picture the art?
Not really. But I know that like they that'd be stupid if it was monk monastery. Fucker drinking at that point. Okay, so I think it's monastery. Something monastery. Mystic monastery, monk monastery, monks in that can't be a monk. Mystic. They're all that. Is the second word monastery?
Hello, boobies.
Okay.
Oh. Getting close.
Shit. Okay, how many guesses do I have?
You have three.
I have three.
You have two
I
wrong.
have two wrong.
Two wrong.
Why don't I know this? This is so stupid. I play with this. This is stupid. Why haven't I looked at... Mystical monastery? Mystic monastery? That seems right. Why make... Okay. I don't want the full word, but is the beginning mist of the first word?
Hello, boobies.
Okay, so it's either mystic or mystical. I have three guesses.
Yeah, you have three. So
I have three guesses. I mean, I don't know. Mystical? Mystic Mon. I think it's.
This doesn't need to go for another minute.
No. It's one of these two, right? Okay. Is it Mystic Monastery?
Hello, boobies.
I'm going to drag this on for 5 more minutes.
I'm sorry. I wasn't sure.
Mystic or mystical?
I'm sorry. I got it.
I honestly thought you were going to get stumped on this one because
it's
once I got to the second clue and then got to the third clue and you were just still like on artifacts and creatures and stuff, I was like, fuck, he's screwed. So you get the Kaikar and Zedru. It had nothing to do with what those cards did. It was trying to hint you to the color that it was producing. So that's why.
No, that was solid. And I think once I put it all together, that's when I was like, oh, that's why.
Yeah.
And I was probably overthinking it because of the words of encouragement that iBook Hockey gave me earlier. So he said that Stump the Smith could be Soul Ring and you'll get it wrong. So he's
unless
he's in my head.
Unless he's the one that chooses it, then you will get it right.
So, oh boy.
All right, Paradigm Shift.
Nice
if
one.
you like, you could sign a Mystic or 2 Mystic monasteries and send it to us. We can give you that address. I did also forget that the decks or the card has to be in 5,000 EDH rec decks or more.
Sure.
If you guys want, next week we're doing 2. There's gonna be another one that's in the ante. So
2 cards.
I'll probably actually draw that on Thursday, by the way. So if you guys hear this on Wednesday, get that in because I'll do the drawing on Thursday. But like I said, if you're not a part of the Discord or a Patreon, if you're part of those two, direct message me. Otherwise, shoot us an email. So, okay. So now we move. Oh yeah, shit. We do have a button for this one. Boop, 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 boop. And here we go.
And go.
Who am I?
Your commander.
99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
You're garbage! You sick old woman! Muff garbage! Muff cabbage!
All right.
She must be Irish.
Muff cabbage. If you guys don't know how this one works, we do things a little differently than other fellow podcasters, Commander, whatever. So we were doing a review of the legendary creatures, but we are going to kind of rank these. If it's a Commander, 99. I might as well hit that.
It's garbage.
Commander, if we think it's a great Commander card. 99. I mean, a lot of cards, even Commanders, could be in the 99, but if at the highest it can be as a Commander, we'll have it as a Commander. And if it's this,
Muff garbage!
We won't even discuss the damn card. We will just move on. So that's where we're at.
Yeah.
With this.
Well, okay. And also, from past episodes, I don't know if you saw the text that I sent you like 30 minutes before we started doing this, but I'm going to change my mindset, which is going to make it a little bit more brutal, I think. And instead of going like, oh, this could be, it's going to be, is this something that I would do?
That's probably this is our opinion. It's our opinion, man.
Yeah, it's our opinion. And so, like, yes, a legend could be a commander, and I think I do that too much. And so we're going to be mean now.
You are the deck builder. You like to build decks. Would you build this deck? No, it's muff garbage.
Yeah, I think that's the final conclusion here. Yeah.
Okay. So why don't we get started? So we're going to work our way through Kamigawa set proper, Neon Dynasty, and then we will jump over to the Commander stuff because that was all just spoiled today of the 2 Commander decks and hit those up. There's a couple in there as well. So let's just talk about the dragons really quick because where are we putting these? We are just going to bunch
They're in the 99.
99.
They're all in the 99.
All of them.
So we're going to hit each one of them really quick, get those out of the way because they're all cool cards, but I don't think you'd really want to build around that. I don't want to build around that. You don't want to build around that. So that's a 99. So why don't you start us off with the white one first?
Okay. Ayo, the Dawn Sky, 3 colorless, white. We're not even going to do that. All right. So it's because it was dumb. That's why you laughed. Okay. So all these, I don't even care about everything else. It has Flying Vigilance 5/4, but they all have death triggers. And so this one, you get to choose one when it dies. Either look at the top 7 cards of your library, put any number of non-land permanent cards with total mana value 4 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Or put 2 1/1 counters on each permanent you control that's a creature or vehicle.
Pretty sweet. That's a good 99.
I think it's sweet.
I have Atsushi. Atsushi. I think that's how
at sushi?
At sushi. Yeah.
At sushi.com.
I don't know why you're not on that button, buddy. The Blazing Sky.
Kid can't even read.
Sorry, good call.
2 colors, 2 red. It's flying trample 4/4. It's 4 for a 4/4 flying trample. That's kind of cool by itself.
Yeah.
Its death trigger though is exile the top 2 cards of your library until end of turn. Your next turn, you may play those cards, which is nice because you could also do lands there, which is cool. Or create 3 treasure tokens. Cool. Treasure tokens. We like those.
Good value on both regards. I think people are trying to break it. I don't know if it got broke or not, but
sure,
it seems solid.
At some point. All right. What is our next dragon? It's down a little bit. Black one.
My fault, huh? All right. Junji, the Midnight Sky. It's 5/5 flying menace for 5. When it dies, each opponent discards 2 cards and loses 2 life, or put target non-dragon creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. You lose 2 life. Both these are fantastic. This one's probably my favorite.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, the black one from the original one was my favorite.
Yeah.
And it probably continues with this. Yeah, I like it. Carry.
Stephen King book.
Carry the Swirling Sky. It's for 6, so this is one of our most expensive ones. But it is a 6/6 flying and has Ward 3. When it dies, return any number of target non-land permanents with a total mana value of 6 or less to their owner's hands, or mill 6 cards, then return up to 2 instant and or sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand.
That's actually, wow. Return any number of target non-land permanents with total value to their owner's hands. That kills all tokens. All tokens.
Turn any number of target non-land. That's a good point.
Wow.
That is a really good point.
And then 6 other. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Some tokens gain like the CMC of whatever they're copying, but in general, like create 3 1/1 tokens, like that, just treasure tokens, food tokens, like that can do a lot. That's sweet.
It is our most expensive, but it is also our biggest dragon there too. So
then mix up. I don't care about that one.
All right, get on to our green guy.
Hakura, the Boundless Sky.
Green is the best.
Green, 4/4 flying death touch. When it dies, search your library for up to 3 land cards, reveal them, put them into the hand, then shuffle 3 land cards. That's
Gaia's Cradle.
Yeah. That's
huzzah.
That's fair. Yeah. So that's gonna be good. And then create an XX Queen Spirit creature token where X is the number of lands you can control.
Fits in land decks, landfall, land trigger.
I think it's a lot of value there. It's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
death touch everything. Okay, so those are our dragons. Those are our 99. They fit in the 99. You're not really gonna build around those. You might, but we're not.
Yes.
So, okay. I move on to the next one, right? Well, we just kind of preface the.
Okay, so they made 5 shrines, and they're creatures this time. They're not. They go in a shrine deck, and that's about it. But they're legendary creatures, and they are shrines, and they are enchantments, and they go in a shrine deck.
And we will talk about when we get to. Is that in the? Yeah, it's in the commander deck. We actually have the shrines, and that's where these are actually like good. It's good. They added more shrines. They needed more shrines to make the commander deck, so they're there. But if they're not in a shrine deck, then they're
Muff garbage.
So okay, so
basically, yeah.
Goro. disciple of, oh god dang it,
One.
Can't even read.
Two.
man, this is a horrible set for me to read.
Ryusei.
So this is a legendary creature, Goblin Samurai. It is 1 and 1 red. This is kind of nice. It's a 2/2. You can tap 1 red. Creatures you control gain haste until end turn. Pretty sweet. We did our staple verses with haste earlier a couple weeks ago. But this also has tap 2 red and 3, create a 5/5 Dragon Spirit creature token with flying. Activate this ability only if you control an attacking modified creature. Modified is our new mechanic in this, which is a creature that has an equipment on it, an aura on it, or any type of counter. So 1/1 counters, flying counters, trample counters. You know, we have those different types of counters now. So this one, I go here.
99.
Yeah, 99.
I don't know if I'd build around it as my Goblin Commander. I would just probably have this as 99.
No, yeah, 99. It's a good support card. All right, Greasefang Okiba Boss, colorless white-black. It's a 4/3 rat pilot. At the beginning of combat on your turn, return a target vehicle card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste, and then return it to your hand at the end step. And this is probably Commander?
I was going to do this, but yeah, I mean, I guess...
I don't think there's white-black vehicle decks.
Well, there really isn't vehicle decks.
If it just is a vehicle deck, then it should just be garbage.
Yeah.
I like how our logic is.
Yikes. I guess. I mean, the hard part about this is like, I guess then you're playing off of your vehicles
dying.
Yeah. And how often does that? I mean, they're artifacts, so people kill artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
But they're vehicles, so do people kill vehicles? I mean, they do turn into creatures and they can die that way, and then you're able to return them to play and then they go to your hand, which is kind of interesting. But there isn't a lot of ETB that I can think of vehicles, right? So
I'm okay. You can press the garbage button.
Muff garbage!
Let's make some people mad. Let's do this.
Yeah. All right. God dang it. Hayeko Yamazaki,
can't even read.
the general. 3 and a red for a human samurai. It has trample and it's a 3/3. Whenever a samurai or a warrior you control attacks alone, you may cast target artifact card. You may cast target artifact card from your graveyard Oh, so you're bringing it. Okay. So you're casting it from your graveyard. I guess I didn't read this one ahead of time, as you can tell right now. I guess 99. Whenever a samurai or a warrior attacks
it's
alone.
very specific, and they have to attack alone. I think artifacts are probably important enough.
Muff garbage!
Okay. All right. We're getting aggressive here. Hedzuku, Devouring Chaos, 3 and a black. It's a 4/4 ogre demon, and you can pay a black, sacrifice a creature to scry 2, or a red 2 colorless, tap it, exile the top card of your library, and you may play that card this turn. When you exile a non-land card this way, Hedzuku Devouring Chaos deals damage equal to the exiled card's mana value to any target. And for some reason, I'm getting really picky on some of the... So, there's no reason to say non-land card, in my mind.
Exile time, you may play that card whenever you exile a non-land card this way.
It's just like filling up.
Yeah, I get what you're saying because it
was either 0 or it's not triggering, and it doesn't matter if it's triggered or not because it's 0. So why say it? What am I missing?
It's cool
here?
that you can play that land though with this. Play that.
Sure.
You're just not going to deal the damage. Then it is added words in there. I think this is a good 99. Is it a good commander? I think I probably put this more in the 99. I'm not going to build around it.
Yeah, I think it's a cool card.
99.
Okay. A lot of people talked about this one. Hinata.
I like this one.
Crowned. 1 blue, red, white for a 4/4. What is it? It's a Kirin spirit.
Yeah, actually you got it right. Sorry.
2.
Flying trample. I said it right?
You
It's a
did,
Kirin spirit. All right. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each target.
Mm-hmm.
So at the very minimum, it's 1 less.
Mm-hmm.
Spells your opponents cast cost 1 more for each target.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like what's her name?
Grand Arbiter?
Grand Arbiter, yes.
This is better on the aggressive part and worse on the taxing part because it's whenever they target. So you can still cast your
that's a good point.
You can cast your creatures, you can cast your artifact ramp and like have no problem. It's just like the targeted removal that is affected in this. But with Hinata, it's more of like you get to play X spells and every one that it targets, it's free. And it's going to be this is what I plan on building, and I've already seen a lot of people complaining about it, and I can understand that. And so at least I think what I'm going to go is a non-destroy creature route, but also probably heroic from like Theros, where like whenever you target your creature, something happens. Mm-hmm. And so I think I'm going to go for that. I haven't actually looked up the heroic cards, but I think I'm just going to go for like annoying with value.
So obviously this is
Commander. Lord yes, yep. I think so.
Next one. Next one. Yep.
Ishin. 2 heavens as one. Ishin. What are you? Ishin for an Ishin? Itchin for Ishin? All right. So it's red, white, black. No, that wasn't funny. You're right. All right. It's a 3/4. If a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time.
It's a Takakon.
Yes.
A Takaharnakon. Hardacon?
Hard-on?
Attack Hamanakon.
Okay. So the thing to notice here is that it doesn't have to be your creature attacking. It can be anybody's creature attacking as long as it's causing your thing to trigger. And so that's kind of cool in that regard.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like Attack Hamanakon.
Yeah. Commander. Yeah.
Yep.
This is something to build around. Yeah.
All right. We have Jin Gataxius. What is it?
One.
Sorry.
Can't even
of course,
read.
I have it. Sorry.
Progress
no,
Tyrant. There you go.
That on purpose.
No, I didn't. I just have beer. 5 and 2 blue for a Phyrexian Parader. So this one we also have in that Phyrexian art we talked about last week. It is a 5/5, and this is every blue player's wet dream. Whenever you cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for that copy. This trigger only triggers once each turn. Whenever an opponent casts an artifact, instant, or sorcery, counter that spell. What? Blue countering? This ability only triggers once each turn. I mean, it's a 99. If you build around it like this, you're a fucking dick.
It's 7 mana. Oh, okay, so this is where...
It's not garbage, though.
No, it's not garbage.
It's not garbage.
Easily, I'd say it's 99.
It's 99. Yeah.
I want to point out something that I don't like that they're doing more and more of, though. Like, this ability triggers only once each turn. Like, I think it'd be fair on the bottom part, like, it only encounters 1 artifact, enchantment, sorcery. That totally makes sense, like that first one. But I don't know why it necessarily happens for you.
Well, dude,
only one time.
That's really broken.
It's
if you're able
7 mana.
Yeah, but still,
it should be kind of broken, right?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is. You're doubling artifacts. Like you're playing an artifact and you're getting a second one that's a token copy of it. Like it's not just instants and sorceries. You're also getting a token copy of artifacts. The only thing we're missing is creatures. Well, I guess in enchantments and there's some other things.
Planeswalkers and
still, it's copying your spells. But yeah, I get it. 7, but you're also countering their kill spells to kill this. It's like
no, you just play a chump spell that you're willing to get rid of, and then you
chump spell.
Yeah,
right.
You essentially bait out a known counter spell. And then you play your removal.
Right. So you have both of those sitting in your hand. Why didn't you counter it when it first came into play?
Absolutely.
No, I mean, this is stupid, but it's good. I like the other Jin better, I guess.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You're wrong about your own opinion.
You need to get better at knowing when to be disappointed. All right. The next card, this one's probably going in my new commander deck. I think
Kodama of the West Tree, 2 colorless green, 3/3 spirit.
Our Kodamas are done.
We got all the trees. It's all of the trees. It has reach. Modified creatures you control have trample. That's equipped auras or counters. Whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, search that library for the basic land card, put it in the battlefield tapped, then shuffle.
Search your library.
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
Yeah. No, this is really good. I like it. It's gonna be good with that deck because he's getting counters on him, and then I'm just everybody's goated, so I'm gonna be able to get through, and then I'm going and getting basic land and put him into play tapped. Yeah, that's freaking
this is
amazing.
An easy 99, and I can easily see 99. I don't know if I'd want to build around it though.
No, I don't. Think so
I can see it being fit into a ton of decks.
Yep, for sure. Okay.
Kotosi, the silent spider.
I got it right. Hey, I got it. Don't you dare. Kotosi, the silent spider.
Are we reading this?
Isn't it me?
Yeah, but are we reading it?
Why not? You think it's a...
I don't think it's very good.
Well, it's a ninja. I like ninja, although it doesn't have... Okay,
fine. It doesn't have ninjutsu.
No, it doesn't.
That's not a real ninja.
A blue and a black. When it enters the battlefield, exile a target card in an opponent's graveyard. Other than a basic land, search that players. Okay, yeah.
Muff garbage!
Yep, you're right.
You're right. Very good.
Yep. We're moving on.
All right.
Do you want to read the next one then?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. You, me, you.
Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa.
Kid can't even read.
Yeah, well, you got a button too. Flash fly.
I'm on the 90. I'm on this.
Commander.
That. So I can't even get to my other buttons.
So it when it ETBs another target permanent gains indestructible for as long as you control Kyodai. And then you can pay one of each color, Wooburg, and it gets +5/+5 until end of turn.
99.
99. I don't think there's anything I want to build around.
No, even though it's all 5 colors, this would be not a good 5-color commander.
Yeah.
Light Paws, Emperor's Voice.
Yeah.
It is 1 white and 1 colorless for a Fox advisor. What do you think it said?
What do you mean? Like Foxy?
What did the fox say?
What the fox say?
What did smash my buttons right now? All right, well then. There you go, AJ.
I just want bang, bang, bang. I love that AJ's story this week. He's like,
that was a good one.
He went into the shop and the guy's like, why does Lowry always say, there you go, AJ? And like, I don't know, it just says it. It's fantastic because AJ loves to bang, bang, bang. Yeah. Okay, so this is a 2/2 Fox Advisor. Whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if you cast it, you may search your library for an aura with mana value less than or equal to that aura with a different name, and then you attach it to this, and then shuffle your library.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
It is really good.
This is awesome for aura decks. Like, do you build an aura deck around him?
I think you can. Yeah, for sure. This is easy Voltron where you're able to go like 1 into 2, super easy. Next turn, 1 into 2. Like it's good. It's
all right. So we're as
really good.
We're as high as that.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one.
Naomi Campbell, Pillar of Order. What?
Why do I laugh? Why? That was stupid. That was stupid. Why did I laugh?
Because you pity laugh very nicely. 3 colorless, white, black. Human Advisor 4/4. Whenever it ETBs or attacks, if you control an artifact and an enchantment, create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance. Yeah.
Nashi, Moon Sage, Scion, 1 and 2 black for a rat ninja. It has ninjutsu, 3 and a black. Whenever this deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of each player's library. Until end of turn, you may play those cards. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to the mana value, rather than paying its mana cost. I think it's only 1 though. Until end of turn, you may play 1 of those cards, not each of those. So this is fantastic. You're not building with this with a command, like it's not your commander, but it's for sure a 99.
Well, okay. I was going to say, I think you could do, but yeah, 99 seems real solid here.
Yeah, that's an awesome for Eureka decks right there.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, next one.
Norika Yamazaki, the poet. It's vigilance whenever some samurai or warrior attacks alone. You may cast target enchantment card from your graveyard this turn. Yeah, I think it's okay. Okay.
If you need to do that to me, just start saying it.
Yeah.
Ryu Storm's Edge. 2 and a red and a white for a human. What the hell is that? A Shamanana? Oh no, I'm looking. Are you looking at Card Kingdom?
Yeah.
Okay, don't look at the card. Look at the text of it. It doesn't say samurai on mine. It says SHAMANA. Is yours not, like, when you look over to the side, like by the price there? Does yours not say that? No?
Shamana? Yeah. Shamanana. Yeah, okay.
Does yours say, does it say that there?
Yeah, it does.
I was like, that's why I stopped. I was
Shamana?
like, what the hell is it?
Human shaman.
I've never seen a creature
to
type.
find it.
Shamana. Shamanama. Do, 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 do. Shamana. Do, 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 do. So people are only going to get this if they're looking at Card Kingdom before they fix it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a 3/3 first strike. Whenever a Shamana or a warrior you control attacks alone.
Garbage!
I guess
I disagree with that one.
There's an
on here.
additional attack phase. I do like that. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to 99 on that.
So I think, like, I think this is powerful enough to build around for a commander.
Really?
Yeah. Because, like, it is a samurai. So, like,
you're
slap
gonna
an
do
aura
a Shamanana deck or a warrior
That's
deck?
not a
Like,
thing. Samurai or a warrior, like, it is a samurai. So I think it's more just, like, load it up, attack with it, and get a second attack out of it. Like, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, but there's other commanders, like legendary creatures, that have the additional attack phase. And
Not everybody
you don't
likes to
build
play Aurelia.
It's just, I don't know. Okay, you got that. I can see that with your double attack stuff. All right.
All right.
Let's get.
I'm waiting for it to,
started on the
like,
next one.
switch over, yeah.
Shamanama. Do 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 do. Shamanama. Boop boop doop boop. Shamanama. Boop boop do 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 do
shit.
do 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 do. Persona Asari Commander. That's funny.
Yeah, we'll just do it.
All right. 1 red and white for a human Shamanama. Samurai. 3/3 haste. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, if it doesn't have an indestructible counter on
Garbage!
it, put an indestructible counter on it. Whenever combat damage is dealt to you, you want that there.
That's so bad.
Okay. Ooh, I like this next one.
Yes. Satoru Umezawa. Whenever you activate a ninjutsu ability, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom. And this ability triggers only once each turn. Each creature card in your hand has ninjutsu 2 colorless, or 2 in black and blue.
This is totally a Lord. It's going in my Eureka deck, but this is it's nice because we have 2 ninja commanders. Like, they're the same colors.
They're doing kind of different things.
Yeah, for sure. Because you don't have to have the rest of your deck doesn't need to be ninjas.
I mean, like, not the whole thing, no, because it doesn't have ninjutsu.
Well, no.
Oh, but you still do it from your hand.
Everything
or whatever.
in your hand is
right.
ninjutsu. So you just do your big beefy.
Yeah.
You do big creature. You blight steel colossus ninjutsu that fucker into play and kill a player. Like, this can be brutal. So I'm really happy with this. It's going to my Eureka deck, but now we have a second one that's ninjas. So that's really nice for the ninja family. All right. So Sadazuki, the Living Lore, 1 green and 1 white human druid. It is a 1/3. You can tap it, put a lore counter on each saga you control, activate this. Hey, it's interacting with our sagas. It's our saga commander.
It's so bad.
Return a target saga enchantment creature you control the owner's hand. Return a saga over graveyard. Okay.
Garbage!
Yeah,
we don't have enough good sagas. I mean, there are some sagas.
It's so specific to green and white, and it's bad.
I mean, but does it fit in an enchantment?
No
deck though.
No, because it doesn't allow you to get an enchantment back.
Yeah, return target saga or enchantment
creature. It has to be an enchantment creature.
I wish I could read.
It's tough. And then it's a saga card from your graveyard or to your hand. And both of them, why would you return an enchantment creature from play?
You muffed it already. You muffed it. Let's move on.
It's real bad.
We already did this.
Okay. Shit. Shigigi.
Can't even read.
Come on now. Colorless green 1/3. You can pay green and 1, tap it, and then return it to your hand. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a land card from them into play tapped. Put the rest on the graveyard. And then it has channel XX green. Discard it and return target non-legendary cards from your graveyard to your hand.
Ooh, this is kind of nice.
It's very interesting. It's great utility. I think it's 99.
Yeah, I think it's 99. You're not building around it, but man,
holy shit! Look at that! Like creature
legendary
type
enchantment creature
snake druid.
It's
so small.
So this is just like a little side thing, really quick. When I do proxies, I like to get rid of this set symbol there by, stamping next, like where it has the creature type, stamping next to it. And that's how I get rid of the set symbol. There's no room for me to stamp and get rid of this set symbol. There, like literally Druid goes up to the set symbol.
Yeah.
This is
it's like almost over it.
This is ridiculous. All right. Tamishi Reality Architect. 2 and a blue for a Moon Folk Wizard.
Whew.
And it is a 2/3. Whenever 1 or more non-creature permanents are returned to a hand, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Now this gives us blue and white because you can also tap X and white. Return a land you control to its owner's hand. Return target artifact or enchantment card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate this only as a sorcery. Okay, so we got a lot of things going on here. Whenever 1 or more non-creature tokens are returned to your hand, so
doesn't have to be yours, could be your opponent's.
Right, you draw a card.
Yep.
The returning the land is when you're getting that draw right there
during your turn.
Yeah,
because it's sorcery speed.
Yeah. It's not dealing with a lot of landfall stuff. Like, normally we don't have our green mixed in here. But this is definitely...
Commander.
You could build around that.
This is... If I'm not doing Hinata, I'm doing this one.
Yeah. This is definitely a build around.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah. All right.
Tatsunari Toad Rider. Whenever you cast... or 2 and a black, 3/3 human ninja... that doesn't have ninjutsu again. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, if you don't control a creature named Kiami...
Garbage!
Really? Because whenever... yeah. Okay. Probably.
So you get to make 1 3/3 green, black and green frog creature token.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And whenever you cast an enchantment spell. So then you're also going in as an enchantment deck?
Yeah. Right? So it's green, blue, black, legend. It's very different from what you can do in those colors on other things. But then, you play, whenever you cast an enchantment spell, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life.
And it doesn't have white in it?
Yeah. And so this is the other, I think that's the black part. But yeah, I agree. It's a little messy.
I can tell you from doing the boar, the Fractured Calm, having green and red as an aura based commander, that's tough, man. When you don't have white in there, you lose a lot because you go from having so much draw from white being able to draw off of casting enchantments and stuff like that to 5 total green cards that draw you off of casting stuff like this. I don't know.
Here's going to be another complaint that I have. Like, this is already a full text box. And then the second part is colorless and then Simic, like green or blue. Tatsuara Toad Rider and target frog you control can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with flying or reach. So why didn't they just say it and a frog gain flying? And and then you're done. You don't pack the text box. Why doesn't it say fucking flying? Just give it fucking flying.
This is ridiculous.
It's such a full. It's so. All right, moving on.
People are going to build it because it's dealing with frogs.
Yeah.
And there isn't enough frogs out there really to build anything around. So if you're building it, good for you. All right, the last one on set proper, the reality chip. This is
which also makes me mad.
There's a lot that makes you mad. You know what grinds Lowry's gears? No, this one's a fucking fantastic card. 1 colorless and 1 blue for an equipment jellyfish. So wait, hang on. Legendary artifact, creature, equipment, jellyfish. Okay.
Such a fucking. Even my glasses don't work on it. It's too small. All right.
It's an 04. You may look at the top card of your library anytime.
Anytime.
Sweet. That's good in blue. As long as reality chip is attached to a creature, you may play land cards and cast spells from the top of your library. Reconfigure is also a new mechanic. This is 2 and 1 blue. You can attach to target creature you control or unattach it from a creature. So it's like it's the equipped cost, but it's making it so that your equipment is actually a creature when it's not equipped to another creature.
And then you can pay the 3 to unattach it as well.
Right. But you cannot pay the 3 to immediately attach. You have to pay the 2 to get it into play and then tap the 3 just like an equipment to attach it. So
this is a green-blue card.
Right. There's
no green. This should be blue should not be able to play lands off the top of the library.
And they should. Well, they do sometimes look at the top of the library, but as a big
they can look
thing.
Yeah, and they can play like instant sorceries but this is you may play a land cards or cast spells from the top.
Where's the green?
It should be a green. It's a green-blue card.
The reconfigure should have been the green part. Like that should have been right there.
I'm down. All right.
So what did we say? 99, I guess?
99. I'm fine with 99 there.
All right. What were you about to say, though?
Mumble. Yeah, fine. It's fine.
Okay. All right. So now let's move on to the Commander decks here. So
Commander decks.
These are pretty decent. I actually am pretty excited about these.
Okay.
Go ahead. You can start us off with our first one. This guy's going in my deck here. But he's not my commander.
Chishiro, the Shattered Blade. Whenever an aura or equipment enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/2 red spirit creature token with Menace. At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on each modified creature you control. Equipment, auras, counters.
I dig it.
Yeah, it seems bland to me. It's commander or 99. I don't. Yeah. All right.
If it's a commander, it can be a 99, right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So here is our Mr. Shrine Lord himself. It's
Legendary enchantment creature shrine.
Yes. Go Shintai of Life's Origin. It is green and 3 colorless for a 3/4 shrine with everything else that Larry just said. The legendary enchantment creature shrine. You can tap Wooburg, white, blue, black, red, green. Tap it. Return target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield.
I like that.
Whenever this or another non-token shrine enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 colorless shrine enchantment creature token. So you're just making more shrines, making your shrines go crazy. I probably should have had you read that because this next one is... Oh, that's...
Commander.
This next one's going to be my commander.
You can reread that. You like it.
So... How do you even say this one? Kayama?
One,
Kid can't even read.
two.
The Fractured Calm. This is
been
2
really fun.
Red, green. It is a legendary creature spirit, which has a big boar on the front. I don't know.
Why is it not a boar spirit?
I don't know. A boar should be in there.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'll do a Princess Mononoke
true.
proxy again with this one because I've done that already with Ilhrog. All right, at the beginning of your end step, goad each creature your opponents control that's enchanted by an aura you control.
Yeah.
Put a 1/1 counter on the Fractured Calm for each creature goaded this way.
I like
obviously,
Commander.
You're excited for it.
Difficult. I'm very excited for it. Because I like goading. I like making people attack and they can't just sit back and be like, I'm just going to chill. Like goading is one of my favorite mechanics that they've made. And I finally get to build a commander deck with it. We talked precast about it. There was another goading commander. What was it? Marisi.
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 Yeah.
Trombley built him, so then I was like, well, never mind, not building that. And so this is finally, I've been looking for a goading command. I almost did it with the big eye dude from Adventures of the Forgotten Realm, Dungeons and Dragons, whatever. But this one I think is going to be a lot of fun. Okay. So
Looks
Commander,
sweet.
go ahead. Next one.
All right. Katsumasa, the Animator, 2 colorless blue, Moonfolk, Artificer, 3/3 flyer. You can pay a 2 and a blue until end of turn. Target non-creature artifact you control becomes an artifact creature and gains flying. If it's not a vehicle, it has base power and toughness 1/1 until end of turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 3 target non-creature artifacts.
Okay.
I think you build around this, or you don't
build
use
around it. Well, doesn't it just go in the vehicle deck then?
I guess
that's where it is.
I guess
it's
it
kind
could.
of in the 99
Yeah.
of the vehicle deck.
All right, 99.
99.
Like I think it's interesting. 3 target non-creature artifacts. All right.
All right.
We're not gonna do much on that.
Kosi.
Pentant Warlord.
Thank you. 2 and
Penitent?
colorless for an ogre.
Ogre.
Shamanana.
Shamanana.
I did that again. Shamanana Samurai. This is an 05. So this one's kind of interesting. So this little part here. As long as it's enchanted, equipped, and has a counter on it, it gets, whenever it deals combat damage to an opponent, draw that many cards, and it deals that much damage to another opponent.
Yeah.
This is a build around.
Commander.
I think. I don't think you
Yes.
put this as a 99 because you have 3 things you need to do, and that deck needs to be doing all 3 of those things. So I think this is definitely, and it's possible with this because it's green.
Mm-hmm.
Green does put the 1/1 counters on. You have auras and equipments, and it's artifacts, so it can be in everything. So this could be a lot of fun. Fun fact: number 2 wants to build a deck. Oh, with a green, mono green.
Yeah, I mean, he's always loved green. He just denies that he loves it.
It's like
because blue gets jealous. It's blue with envy.
It's his main squeeze, but he doesn't want people to know it's his main squeeze.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like that little meme where it's that guy with his girlfriend and then Green's walking by and he's like, ooh. And Blue's like, bitch.
What?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about our main commander here.
All right. Katori, Pilot Prodigy.
Whoa.
1
close.
and white and what?
The Klatori? Kotori?
Prodigy. What? Kotori?
Okay.
What am I? I'm not doing anything wrong here.
One,
Kid can't even read.
Prodigy. A 1 and a white and a blue. It's a 2/4 Moonfolk pilot. Vehicles you control have crew 2. That's going to be huge. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target artifact creature you control gains lifelink and vigilance until end of turn.
Commander.
This is probably your main commander,
Yeah,
right?
for vehicles
from now on.
For sure.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So then we kind of finish, except we have one more after these guys. Let's hit up our Myogens. Let's just run through
They're
those.
all
quick.
8 mana. They all come in with an indestructible counter,
And they're all
99
pretty much, I guess,
Yes.
at some point. All right. So the white one, like Larry said, this one has 3 white mana and the 5 colorless. This one is a 4/6. Enters the battlefield with an indestructible counter. Remove that and create a 1/1 spirit creature token for each permanent you control.
Yeah, that seems
Pretty
sweet.
sweet.
The blue Myogen, when you remove that indestructible counter, copy target permanent spell you control 3 times. That seems sweet.
At number 3, that gets brutal.
Yeah.
That one's really sweet. The black Myogen is put onto the battlefield under your control all creature cards in all graveyards that were put there from anywhere this turn, and it is a 5/2. So that's pretty good.
Seems cool.
You're planning on doing a board wipe. You do the board wipe. It doesn't die because it's indestructible.
Yeah.
Bring everybody's creatures back. So
the red one is it deals 7 damage to each of up to 3 targets. but it's okay.
It's 7 damage each.
Yeah.
At least it's not split up 7 damage.
Yeah,
so.
that would have been real bad.
And then the green one, which
it has red mana.
On Card Kingdom has red. All right. Okay. So distribute 8/1/1 counters among any number of target creatures you control. They gain trample until end of turn.
That's big.
It's my second worst. I think I like. I don't know. I think I like. Which one do you like best?
Oh, I think I like the blue one best, or the white one. I mean, the ones that are at the top.
Oh, I didn't realize it was copy target permanent spell. It's not even just spell, it's a permanent.
Yeah. So you get those tokens 3 times. Yeah. I like the blue one probably the most.
And then why don't you finish this up with the little doggy?
I'm looking for it. Oh. Yoshimaru, Ever Faithful, 1 white. Aww. It's a 1/1 dog. Whenever another and it has partner. So that's the big thing.
I like that they added that.
Yeah, and this is not in the commander decks. I think it's only in set and collector boosters.
Oh, really?
Yes, I believe that is the case. So whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under your control, whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on it. That's
pretty straightforward.
Whenever it's missing words. Card Kingdom!
Yeah, they did another legendary permanent enters the battlefield under your control.
Yep. So it has to be a legend when it ETBs. That can be lands, artifacts, creatures, enchantments, all those shrines are legends. So it's a cool card. And people love their faithful dogs, and it can be very aggressive. And I think T-Coats said that he got it up to like a 9/9 on turn 2 or 3 pretty easy.
Really?
Yeah. Because it can partner with that red rogue Roger. He was calling it Roger, but it's that 0 mana red.
Oh yeah.
Kobold from Commander Legends. So you can just make it really aggressive. I think people are really into it. So partner, commander, whatever.
So yeah, we got a shit ton of legendary stuff in this. I personally went out and ordered my collector booster box.
Oh.
And a bundle. So I'll be opening those when those come through. Supposedly, I'll be getting those day of release, hopefully. So we'll see what happens there. Are you going to buy a box with this?
I'm probably going to. I need to sit down and see what my local shop has a pre-order for.
That says a lot for us because we've changed over to just singles, but this set just seems pretty fantastic. I like a lot of stuff in this. Yeah. So, okay. So next week we'll be going over the top 10 stuff of this set. We'll break that down and then also have a 1 spec. I guess I better get back to our other stuff. So, but we got to finish up the cast with this.
Excuse me. I believe you have my stapler.
Fight.
Staple versus. All right. So if you guys don't know how this works, we have 2 cards that Lowry and I are going to battle it out. There is only 1 spot left in the deck, and you only have 1 choice. You guys get to decide who the winner is by voting on YouTube. You can either vote in the community tab. If it's a short, you can vote in the video. Actually, no, we separated the video. So you can be on the video, vote there. You can also vote on Twitter, and if you're a part of the Discord, you can vote there as well. Last week, we had Back to Basics versus Blood Moon. By far, our closest contest yet.
I'm surprised.
Honestly, where did you think this one went?
I think I'm actually surprised by this because I did see the Twitter poll that was like 60% Back to Basics, 40% Blood Moon, and so I would think that Blood Moon made it because Back to Basics isn't needed as much in blue, but red Blood Moon's just like a cornerstone. It's a staple there, and so I would have expected initially Blood Moon to get there.
So the voting came out to 51% to 49%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube voted 42% Back to Basics, 58% Blood Moon. Twitter, like you saw, 60% Back to Basics.
Okay.
40% Blood Moon. Fucking Discord voted 61% Back to Basics, 39% Blood Moon. But YouTube
had more votes.
Fucking huge for voting. By far shoots out all the other two. Blood Moon wins at 51% to 49%.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit. I can't believe this. Like, that was so close. Okay, so this week, what do we have? We have two pretty sweet battles.
Yeah. So, Solemn Simulacrum is a cornerstone of
can't
EDH.
even read.
Oh, motherfucker. It's a cornerstone of EDH. It's just 4 colorless, 2/2, but when it ETBs, you get to go and search for a basic land card, put into play tapped, and when it dies, you get to draw a card. And I think that is the big key. It is one of the best cards. As long as it says you draw a card on it, you should stand up and go, holy shit, this card's really good. And I think your card doesn't say that.
No, my card is even better because my card is 1 white, 3 colorless, and this one's bigger. It's a 3/4, so it doesn't get bolted. Although you do kind of want that with Solemn, I guess, or you're blocking.
Oh no, I get to draw a card.
But it doesn't get bolted. And then what it does is at the end of each opponent's end step, it checks for if they have more creatures than you. Check.
Yeah.
If they do, you get a 1/1 soldier.
Yep.
If they have more lands than you, you get to go search for a basic plains and put it into play tapped. Does it for each opponent all the time.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop. Doesn't stop.
Yep.
Doesn't stop.
Doesn't
Like
stop.
us,
Doesn't stop.
It's the opposite of us where we stop after 15 seconds. It keeps going and going and going.
What are you talking about?
Did I give you 10 seconds too much?
I don't want relationship. I thought that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I was talking. It's like you're 5
This is a good episode.
Yeah, it is. That's 4 years for you, buddy.
Okay. So, like, Keeper of the Cord, I'm not going to say it's a bad card, but it's only good when you're bad at playing Magic. So, because it only works when you're behind. And if you can't get ahead, which is what Solemn does, Solemn is blinkable, recurable. It has artifact synergies. It has golem synergies.
Oh, yeah, those golem. Watch out. Golem.
Precious.
Yeah.
And so I think there's so much more flexibility there. Like, does your card work with another bad card but Panharmonicon? Like,
another bad
card? I don't think it does.
Woo! My card has the not hate that your card gets from Saffron Olive, so
that's all right.
That
he's not the end all be all of Magic card jank. Like,
you did talk about him jizzing the other week, so I mean,
I did. I don't want to ever talk about that again.
It was also with Panharmonicon.
It was.
Surprise. Okay, so do you play with Solemn Simulacrum?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is it in every deck?
Not in every deck, but more than half of my decks. What?
No.
Yeah, absolutely. No. Absolutely. No lie. I am not lying. This is
a bullshitter.
And Keeper of the Cord is in like 2.
Because you don't play white.
Yes, I do.
Does it go in every white deck?
No, not yet.
What? It should. Because it's in 23,000 EDH rec decks. It's only been out for a year.
Hold on. Are we using that as a metric?
No, because yours has
because I think we compare it.
And we already did that.
Okay,
but yours has been out for years and years and years. This is 1 year, and it's in 23,000 EDH rec decks for a white card. Like, that's a lot.
I think that tells you how bad white is.
Because this,
it's like, this is a really good card for white.
Yours does give you the draw if it dies, and then you're How often are you putting it in? I mean, you are putting in recursion, but when I've had that in,
I would also put it in sacrificing decks. I can. Yeah, it goes in so many different archetypes.
But what I'm saying is that card normally what happens with Solemn Simulacrum is you play it out and it's like, okay, I got my ramp. That's your main thing with that, right? Then you're just kind of sitting there like, hey, you want to attack me? If you attack me, I'm going to block and I'm going to draw. It's
like I would almost want, like, if we're going to go with like Taste of Karlov, which is a white-black deck, fits your Keeper of the Cord, I would rather have Solemn in there. Because when it dies, you get to draw 2 cards, which is doubly awesome.
Well, you're just doubling stuff. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Why wouldn't you do that? I'm just using examples where they could both be in there.
So we're playing 4 players. If you are behind, let's say you are behind, you're not behind anymore. At the end of that, you're ahead or
you can't get ahead. You can't get ahead.
You're even with the highest player. And then if you were behind in creatures, you now have 1/1 creatures that are there that you can go ahead and sacrifice and use them or however you want to use. I now have 3 tokens. You can play it so that you don't have any creatures. And it's like, well, now I have a creature and another creature, another. Sack those creatures. You can use your sacrifice.
Nobody even likes 1/1 creatures. Who even likes those?
I know. That's why you sacrifice them for benefits of other things. Just like you were just talking about.
I mean, it would be kind of cool if you turned them into those 4/4 angels with that divine visitation. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
But I don't like using examples. I just like to
you just talk bullshit and that's all you want to do? I mean, like, granted, like Keeper of the Cord has some solid synergies with like token production and stuff like that. That would be helpful if you have something that doubles tokens and stuff like that. But
we don't know any of those.
But blinking is just so much fun. I'm definitely in a blinking mood.
Yeah, I know. The thing is I don't. Out of the times, and I play with Solemn. I do play with them a lot. Okay.
Yeah. How many of the Keeper of Cord do you have in your red decks?
I don't play white. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you. I don't play white. You got me. Cheers. You got me, sir.
So,
Solemn, though, what I was going to say is, out of all the decks that he's in, I'm never taking advantage of the blinking. Like, that isn't the part of, like, Solemn is there to...
How many blink decks do you have?
You don't play... I have, 2, maybe 2.
He'd be good in your Yarok deck, but I mean, there could be there's good ramping. I don't have it in green. I don't have it in green decks.
No, but I do have him in there because I want the double trigger of that.
Yeah,
but,
that makes sense to me.
But what I'm saying is, Solemn, when I play Solemn, is for the ramp. It is always for the ramp
in non-green decks, essentially.
Sure. So I play Solemn to get the ramp, and then he's just my chump blocker to be like, hey, if you want to attack me, I'm going to block with him and I'm going to draw.
He's a great setup card.
But I don't abuse him. Like, and I know that he can be abused, but you don't build a deck around Solemn. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just in a lot of decks.
How many decks do you build around with just one card in the 99? You don't build around. Are you building around making a bad deck with Keeper of the Cord?
I would just say
I'm going to make my deck worse so that Keeper of the Cord seems decent. Is that how we're going with this?
God damn it, get to it. Where is it? Where is it? There it is.
I would just say build a better deck.
Keeper of the Cord just, yes, if you are behind, which if you're playing white, you're fucking behind. Like, that's the problem. You're behind, and that's why they keep making these cards, because they need you to catch up. This allows you to catch up and at least be with...
Look, and the reason why I probably don't think Keeper of the Cord is that good is because I do build better decks with white, and so I'm not worried about it.
Oh, good for you. God, I need to get...
good for you.
Oh, that's
ridiculous.
I'm
good. I think I've won this one. That's easy.
I think, to be honest, I think you win this one because Solemn has been around.
We don't need to predict right now. We can do this.
I think you do, though, because we've had the same thing.
Don't try and get any pity points.
I'm not getting pity points. I'll just change the art to make mine better than yours. I'll use the full art. And
like every time. You're going to use mine where he's like, has a 50s part in his head and like hair.
The original.
Why does that robot have hair?
I'll just use the back of the magic card so you don't even see what the card does. Staple versus Lowry's back of magic card against Adams.
Use its nickname like Sad Robot with no picture. And you're like, what the fuck is that?
Don't really know what that is.
I'm not voting for that. Lowry's bad at picking these.
All right. You guys can vote for this. If you guys jump on Twitter, like I said, that'll be there. If you're on the Discord, it'll be there. And then the community tab on the YouTube page. I think that'll do it for this week. Next week, like I said, we will be doing the top 10, going through the top 10 commander cards in the set and breaking them down from 10 to 1. All right. Well, that should do it for this week. We will catch you guys next week.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye.
Sega. Oh, you know what? I didn't even get...
I love boobs. I'm talking tatas. I love boobs. I'm bonkers for honkers. I love boobs. Thanks
I got the baby voice on, and I love boobs too.
Boobs.
I'm glad I was had that kind of deep. I was already swallowing. Oh man, all that didn't work out.
You're disgusting.